Good morning. You're welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Bai, your regular biologist. We are here to analyze the Biology 3 2025 WAEC exam. And I'm here to give you questions that are possible to come out. Let's start. Our first specimen is the bean weevil. Number one question you'll be asked, what's the phylum, class, and kingdom name of specimen A? The answer is, for the kingdom name, Animalia. And make sure that the capital, the A, must be a capital letter. Once you are having a kingdom, class, and the phylum name, it must start with a capital letter. The kingdom of specimen A is Animalia. The phylum name is Arthropoda, and the class name is Insecta. Now, we asked what's the reason for placing specimen A in that class. Number one, the body is divided into the head, thorax, and abdomen. Two, presence of six legs, three pairs of legs, six legs. Then three, presence of the exoskeleton is made up of chitin, compound eye, and a pair of antennae. These are the reasons. Maybe one or two will be asked on that day. Number two, what's the mode of nutrition of specimen A? Is heterotrophic or grainivorous. When we say grainivorous, it's because it feeds on stored grain. Remember, in quotes, stored grain, because if you say grains, remember it's the stored beans in your house that weevils feed on. What's the modification of feeding of specimen A, the bean weevil? It bores, boring feeding. It bores, just say it's a boring insect. Then the next question, mention one other crop that specimen A feeds on. It feeds on rice, millet, cowpea. I've written here wheat. These are the other crops they feed on. Then state one way in which specimen A is economically important. How is it important? Remember, economic importance has also to do with their damage. Number one, they cause contamination of food substances or contamination of beans. They destroy grains. I've written down two, they reduce crop yield and quality. Then three, they lower farmers' income. Four, they infest stored grains. Like I said, weevils feed on crops that are stored. Then the next question I wrote here, list three observable characteristics of specimen A. When we say observable characteristics, it means what you can see. Of course, if it was placed on the table, number one, you say it's small in size. Two, small head. Then three, presence of wings. Number four, presence of folded antenna. I think that should be enough. Then the others are writing, you can use the color. It's black in color. These are how we can differentiate them. Then I've written down here, classify specimen A according to its life cycle. It has a complete metamorphosis. When we say complete, it means that it has the egg, larva, pupa, and adult stage. I've written here now, what's the mode, what's the preventive measure of specimen A? Number one, you make sure you don't mix old grains with new grains. Two, you store your grains in a dry place. Three, you make sure that you store it in an airtight lid. And I've also written down that you must also use insecticide or pesticide. Sorry, in the exam, please don't use or. If you're saying use of pesticides, it's okay, it's correct. Or use of insecticide, but don't use the two and don't use the word or. If not, no one will be chosen for you. And then you place it on use of irradiation, that's what I call it, rays. You make sure that rays, and then drying of your grains is another way of preserving. Then name one adaptive feature of of specimen A for survival. Number one, a fringing death. Fringes death. What I mean, pretends to be dead. You know, sometimes when we are peeling it, you want to kill it, do as if it's stopped. All of a sudden it will move. So I just wrote it down like fringes death. So now let's go to specimen B. Specimen B is your beans seed with holes. Now I've written down some questions, some interesting questions. Let's go. Identify specimen A, specimen B. Don't say beans. You write beans seed. It's a beans seed. That's the complete mark if it's one or two. Then number two, describe the state of specimen B. Just write perforated holes or powdery. Like I said, you pick one. You don't use the two perforated holes, but they say list two reason for the state of specimen B. You say perforated hole, powdery. Then state the agricultural classification of specimen B. It's a legume. Now, what advantage do we have in culture or in cultivation of specimen B? What I mean, let me rephrase it. What's the economic importance of specimen B? That's what I mean. Or I say, what's the advantage of cultivation of specimen B? Number one, it acts as a cover crop. Two, it improves soil fertility by helping to fix atmospheric nitrogen into the soil, which makes the soil fertile. Three is a good source of food. And then what else did I write down here? It acts as an organic manure. Please don't use the acts as, just go right away and say organic manure, because last year when we marked, some people used it acts as, it serves as. They were correct, but we're asked to mark them down. So just go ahead and say organic manure. Then state the main class of food in specimen B is protein. Now, what are the function of that protein? It's a bodybuilder. It helps to repair worn out tissue, production of enzymes, production of hormones. Now, the next question, name the pest responsible for the state of specimen B. Is the weevil. Biological function of specimen B. Biological function, contamination. When you look at it, what can you see there? What's the biological function of that? Contamination or infestation or damage. So that's it. Then mention other crops in the family of specimen B. Other crops in the family P. I wrote down P. I wrote down cowpea, soya bean, groundnut, oil beans, lean beans. Now, what's the life cycle of specimen B? Of course, it's an annual. What's the observable feature of specimen B? Observable feature. Like when you look at specimen B, what do you see? Remember, it's a seed. Number one, helium present. It's brown in color. Presence of one scar. Now, reason why is there one scar? Because it is a point of attachment of the seed to the placenta. The one scar is also called the helium. Presence of micropyle. That's what you can see. And it has a bulging body. When you look at the body of specimen B, it has a bulging body. Presence of holes, perforated holes. Then the shape, it is kidney shape. Ways by which the damage to specimen B would have been prevented. Number one, the same thing, you store in an airtight container, store in a dry place, use of insecticides or pesticides. Then I also said hygienic storage, store in a dry place, and you dry the grains before you store them. Then type of germination of specimen B, epigel. Reason the cotyledon is raised above the soil. Then lastly, that seed, what does it contain? What does that seed contain? The seed of specimen B, what does it contain? It encloses the cotyledon and the embryo. Let's go to specimen C. Are we learning specimen C? Let's dive in. Water leaf plants. I wrote down here, what's the phylum name and the class name of specimen C? Phylum name Tracheophyta. Tracheo should start with a capital T. Make sure that your R is not in the same level with your T because it will not look like a capital letter. Then the class name is Magnoleucida. That's the class name. Then reason for placing specimen C in that class. Presence of a taproot. I have one here. Present. Have you seen a water leaf? This is it. Presence of a taproot system. That's number one. And then the leaves. Forget that this one has died. The leaves has a net or reticular venation. So that's for that. Then I also wrote down here, state 5 observable features of specimen C. Present and give a reason for your answer. So you know it's 2 in 1 now. Observable features of specimen C and give reason for your answer. Presence of a taproot, reason for storage, and it transports water and minerals up to the stem, the root, the leaves, and the other parts. Number 2, presence of numerous green leaves. Numerous green leaves. The reason, it helps to trap sunlight to make food. Or you can just say presence of numerous leaves, photosynthesis, because the space will not be much. Then 3, erect stem. You can see the stems are erect. They are not falling, they are not bending. Erect stem. Reason to it helps to keep the leaves in the best position to receive sunlight. And the last one I wrote here is well developed root system. What does it do? It helps to transport water and minerals to other parts of the leaf. That's that. And then what's the reproductive structure of specimen C? You know, when we cut it, they said it's whole. To be having the flowers. This one is an old one. I've cut it for like 3 days ago. So you can say flowers. The flowers are the reproductive part. That's sexual reproductive. And then the swollen stem. Remember, I can propagate it like this to develop. That's to the flowers, the reproductive part. Which part of this stem, which part of the stem, specimen C, stores food? Which part of the stem stores food? Is the parenchyma. The parenchyma is a part of the stem that stores food. Then another question would be, name 2 supporting tissues of specimen C. I'll give you 4. Sclerenchyma, collenchyma, parenchyma, and xylem. Now, the next question will be, name 2 tissues that that help name 2 tissues that help in transportation that helps in transportation in specimen C. Those are the phloem, that's the vascular bundles, the phloem and the xylem. What are their functions? The phloem helps to transport manufactured food, while the xylem helps to transport water and minerals. Cut the stem and stain it with alcohol, if at all. Then when it's stained, it's going to show blue black. Reason, presence of starch. So we're looking at specimen D, and that's the quail feather. Now, what's the organism in which specimen D was obtained? That's the birds. So name the phylum and class name. The Chordata, is a phylum name, and class names is apes. What is specimen D and G? I'm going to pair the two. G is the raw egg. State the state what specimen D and G are used for using the following: protection, reproduction, and movement. Now take specimen D for protection, rod and snout to cover the body of the animal to prevent wetness. And I said for movement, the vein is flap and airtight for taking off. And then I said for reproduction, it is used as a camouflage and also as a courtship behavior. Mainly courtship behavior, that's for reproduction. Then camouflage is on extra function. And then for specimen G, it is used particularly for protection. Reason: the hard calcareous shell which protects the inner part. Remember they said the raw egg with the shell intact. And then the second question that could be asked under specimen D states how the observable feature of specimen D adapts the specimen to its function. That we're looking at the biological function. That's why I have a crow feather here with me. Number one, presence of a stiff, this is the vein. If this was a leaf, this is the veins. This is the margin, sorry. This is the margin if it was a leaf. But for this crow feather, this is the vein. Stiff vein to withstand air pressure during flight. Number two, broad vein. You can see that it's broad. It's broad to provide a large surface area for air lift or air flight. Then three, presence of the vein is made up of barbs with hooks interlocked with bubbles, which provides a surface for air flight lifting. And then lastly, the feather is hollow and light for buoyancy. And then the last one, it is also waterproof to prevent wetness. Now, what's the function of specimen D? I brought out a lot of functions of specimen D. Number one, for it gives shape to the organism. Number two, for identification. Number three, for protection. Number four, for flight. Number five, I wrote for camouflage. Number six, for courtship behavior. And number seven, for insulation. If you like my video, if you've enjoyed it, thank you so much for staying true. Thank you for staying to the end. Please share this video, like, and subscribe. Help your girl to let the algorithm know that this video is helpful. Thank you so much. Stay tuned and God bless you.